Z92 Country.
Turn it up loud.
WZAC. Danville, Madison, West Virginia.
The following is an exclusive sports presentation of WZAC and the Skyhawks Sports Network. It's time for Scott Skyhawk basketball on the Skyhawk Sports Network, presented by Parmar Stores. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. Tonight's game is brought to you by Stevens Auto Center. Come to Stevens for all the right reasons.
Miller Brothers Pharmacy, your locally owned and operated full-service pharmacy.
Clayton Homes, opening doors to a better life, one home at a time.
Farrell and Hill Insurance Agency, insuring our local community for over 70 years.
The HANDLEY Funeral Home, serving the region for over 55 years.
Barker's Hardware, shop where the local contractors shop.
Boone Memorial Health, bringing medicine home.
Schaefer & Schaefer, attorneys at law, serving West Virginia now for over 100 years.
Thornhill Auto Group. Nobody beats a Thornhill deal, and we mean nobody.
Burnside Hardware, your friendly hometown hardware store in Danville.
Caldwell Insurance Agency. Let our family serve your family.
And by
Parmar Stores. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
And now let's go courtside with all the action of tonight's game. Here is the voice of the Skyhawks, Joe Linville.
And thank you very much, and good evening. Welcome to the Hawks Nest. We are topside getting ready between this matchup between the visiting Herbert Hoover Huskies. They come into the game with one win and one loss, taking on your very own Scott Skyhawks. They also are 1-1. Skyhawks have a loss in the season opener over Ripley and picked up an exciting game here Saturday afternoon over the Lincoln Cougars. Good evening, everyone, and if you got time, come on down and watch some high school hoops, as the Skyhawks will be wearing all black once again tonight with those gold numerals and Skyhawks across the chest. And the Herbert Hoover Huskies wearing all white tonight, red numerals, Hoover across the chest. They have some pinstripes and blue pinstripes that run down the side of their uniform. Starting tonight for the Herbert Hoover Huskies will be Donovan Brown, Jalen Sims, Wesley Miller, Riley Johnson, and a guy you've probably heard his name mentioned a couple times, Dane Hatfield. He is the quarterback on the football team and also the center slash forward for the Huskies. And starting tonight for Scott will be Cole Elkins, Tyler Walls, Jax McCarty, Alan Lynn, and Owen Atkins. That'll be your starters for the Skyhawks tonight. Before we get the national anthem and everything underway, we'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back with more of our coverage from the Hawks Nest as the Herbert Hoover Huskies take on the Scott Skyhawks here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
At Hanley Funeral Home, we offer unique opportunities for families to create healing moments after loss. With over 55 years of experience serving the Boone, Logan, and Lincoln communities, our staff will help you discover ways to pay tribute, whether that be at a burial service at one of our cemeteries or a personalized lasting memorial. Visit us at www.handleyfh.com or call 304-369-0718. The Handley family of business thanks you for your support.
At Boone Memorial Health, we're proving that a rural health system can provide advanced care. As a pediatrician, I'm dedicated to supporting the healthy growth of children throughout the community. From preventative care to treatment when they're sick, I'm here to meet a child's medical needs, from the time they're born through their teen years. It's because we care about Southern West Virginia, and it's because we know that your child is your everything. Boone Memorial Health, we're bringing specialty care home.
With your insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
Make the short drive to Danville and come see us, where the Make the Summer sales event is in full swing at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got savings on all models, including up to $14,000 below MSRP on the 2023 Ram Limiteds and 15% off MSRP on the 2023 Jeep Compasses. And the new 2024 Wranglers are awesome and arriving daily. So come see us for the Make the Summer sales event at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 119 in Danville.
And a Cardinal Conference matchup. In the game on Saturday, leading the Skyhawks in scoring was Tyler Walls. He was a starter, and he hit 4 threes in the first quarter to give the Skyhawks a little edge. Alan Lynn, also a starter in the game, hit 2 threes. So Scott jumped out to a 15-0 lead pretty much to get the game started. As things settled down, it was the Lincoln Cougars who came back in the action. The leading scorer, like I said, was Tyler Walls, followed by Owen Adkins. Then it was Colin Williamson coming off the bench, scoring 7. Cole Elkins had 7. Alan Lynn was 6, and Jax McCarty had 2. For the Lincoln Cougars, their leading scorer, they had 3 in double figures. Their leading scorer was David Burdett, followed by Braden Edgell and Maddox Perrine. And then scoring 6 each was Alan Rice and Riley Lanham coming off the bench. And White Lynch come off the bench, and he had 5 points as well. We are ready to begin the national anthem. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with the starting lineups and the tip for tonight's ball game after this. You're listening to Black and Gold Basketball on WZAC, Skyhawks Sports Network, and Video Productions.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
The Tint Guy has big news. The newest location is now open in Barboursville. Voted best in the Valley since 2020. Getting your windows tinted is now twice as easy. Go to the best, The Tint Guy.
Hey, Tint Guy here. Come see us at our new location in Barboursville.
To help you. WZAC FM, Danville, Madison.
And a couple of the flute band members playing the national anthem tonight here in the Hawks Nest. They did a good job, and we're proud of not only our student athletes, but our Scott Skyhawk band as well. So we'll go ahead and go with the starting lineups for the visiting Herbert Hoover Huskies. Wearing all white, red numerals trimmed in blue. Starting with at number 1 will be Donovan Brown. Wearing number 2, Jalen Sims. He's also a starter. Number 5 will be Wesley Miller. Number 5 is Riley Johnson. And wearing number 13, Dane Hatfield. That'll be your starters for the Herbert Hoover Huskies. They come in the game 1-1 under the coaching of Brett Rector. And the Scott Skyhawks now starting at number 33, a 6'4" senior, Owen Adkins. A senior, 5'9", Alan Lynn. Senior, 6'4", Jax McCarty. A junior, 6 foot, Tyler Walls. And also a junior, 6 foot, Cole Elkins. Head coach of the Scott Skyhawks is Sean Ballard. His assistants, John Ballard, Tyler Ramsey, and Kevin White. And the starters for both teams have been introduced here tonight. The officials for tonight's game is D. Biggest, Mark Akers, and Charlie Short. That's our officials for tonight's contest. 8 minutes are on the clock, and we're ready to get things underway as both teams are still huddled up with their coaches. Here come the Skyhawks. As I mentioned, wearing all black, trimmed in gold, Skyhawks in cursive across the chest, and they got a big yellow stripe down the side of these nice-looking black uniforms. It will be Owen Atkins going against Dane Hatfield. The jump, Charlie Short will throw the ball up and get this game underway, and Scott will control the ball. Cole Elkins in the backcourt, crosses the timeline. He's at the top of the key, bounces it in to McCarty. McCarty off the glass, it rolls around, and it will pop out, and the Huskies will come up with the rebound. And it is tipped out of bounds by Owen Atkins. The pass was down the court to Dane Hatfield, and Atkins come in and tipped it out of bounds. It will be Husky basketball at the scores table. Bring the ball over. It will be Donovan Brown across the timeline. He'll drive to the top of the key. He'll hand it over to Sims. Sims into Hatfield. Back to Brown. Brown tries to bounce it in. We have a reach-in foul, and it will be number 10. Tyler Walls picking up his first foul of the ball game. Team foul number 1. Huskies win inbound. Hatfield in the corner. Each penny gets it out. Now they get it around the horn to Brown. He drives it in the paint. Little floater up, and it'll go for 2. Scott loses the ball in the backcourt, and that will have a turnover to Herbert Hoover. Hoover inbounds it to Brown in the backcourt. He'll dribble up, get some coaching instructions from Rector. He'll go inside the arc, stops, goes back out. Long 3 by number 2, and he will hit it. Jalen Sims with a 3, and the Huskies jump out to a 5-0 lead. Owen Atkins with the ball, top of the key, out to Elkins. Elkins drives it in the paint. He'll go all the way. It will not go. Rebound by Wesley Miller. Here come the Huskies. They'll bring it across midcourt down the right side of the floor. Brown has it. He'll fire off a 3 off the front of the iron. It will not go, but a rebound by number 4, Wesley Miller, and a whistle on the floor. He stepped on the baseline, and that will turn the ball over to Scott. Here come the Skyhawks. Elkins with the ball. Crosses the midcourt, bounces it down in the right corner to Atkins. Tried to bounce it in off the leg of Hatfield. It'll roll out of bounds in front of the Hoover bench. It will be Scott Skyhawk basketball. McCarty into Elkins in the backcourt, crosses midcourt, goes to the right side of the floor. Now turns, come to center, bounces on the floor, and it will be Brown with the ball. He'll bounce it over to number 5. Now they kick it back out to Hatfield, and Hatfield will hit a 3. And Scott is down that quick by a score of 8-0. And we will keep it here. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And Hoover finding how to move the ball around quickly on Scott. Donovan Brown has 2. Jalen Sims with a 3, and Dane Hatfield hitting a 3. And that equals out to an 8-0 lead for the Herbert Hoover Huskies. As I mentioned, the Huskies have a win over Philip Barber and a loss to Hurricane. And we are ready to get things going once again. Scott will have the basketball in the backcourt. It will be McCarty into Elkins, cross the timeline. Elkins down the right side of the floor, in the hands of Owen Atkins. He tries, looks, fires it back outside the Walls. Walls over to Allen Lynn at the top of the key. Now they hand it off to Cole Elkins. He'll fire a jumper, and he'll hit 2. He'll hit just inside the free throw line for the basket. Just that quick. Hoover has the ball down the floor. It is number 2. Sims fires off a three-point shot, and they're going to call a foul on number 4, Wesley Miller, and that'll be Hoover's first foul of the ball game. Here comes Scott. McCarty over to Atkins on the left wing. Back to McCarty at the top of the key. Owen Atkins looks, fires it over to Tyler Walls. He'll fire off a long 3, and it's nothing but net. Skyhawks pull within 3. Scott putting the full court pressure on. Here come the Huskies down the floor. They get it across the timeline. In the backcourt, Brown has it out near midcourt. Looking for some help. He'll drive on the floor, sends it over to Johnson. Johnson over to the far wing. Back into the hands of number 1. He'll go float one off the glass. Brown, that's his second basket of the ball game. Scott quickly coming back. 10-5. It's Husky basketball. Jax McCarty at the top of the key. In the hands of Elkins. Elkins bounce past the walls. Back out the top of the key. Long shot by Owen Atkins off the back of the iron. It is going to be rebounded by Jalen Sims. Here come the Huskies once again. Cross midcourt. Right corner into number 5. They'll put up a little short jumper. And Johnson will hit 2. And they're going to call, a charge on him. So the basket for Johnson will not count, and he'll be charged with a foul. Scott Skyhawk basketball. McCarty will get a break. Into the lineup is Scott's number 4, Peanut Brown. Brown will inbound to Walls. Now they bring the ball into the backcourt across the timeline. Back to Brown, over to Walls. Walls at the outside wing. Now they go back to Brown. Now though, back in the corner, Atkins fires one up in the corner, and he will hit a 3. And Scott back within 2 that quick. Here comes Hoover with the basketball. Brown down the floor to Sims. Sims puts it on the floor to the left wing. Back to Miller. Miller over to the right side. 3-point shot taken by number 5, and the ball bounces loose, and it will be Owen Atkins coming up with the loose ball for Scott. Skyhawks back down and set. Ready on the floor. Owen Atkins takes it around. He'll spin a jumper inside the free throw line. It will not go. Peanut Brown almost had the rebound, but it'll be Wesley Miller coming up with it for Hoover. Hoover, he's inside the paint. That was Dane Hatfield. Now in the corner on the left side. He keeps the ball on the floor. And now they try to bounce it in. Hatfield has it, and it will go in for Dane Hatfield. Hatfield now has 5 points in the ball game. That quick, Scott down the floor, 8-12. As the Huskies lead it, ball is knocked out of bounds down in front of the Husky cheering section by Jalen Sims. Ball will stay with the Skyhawks. 3:31 to go in the first. Hoover leads it 12-8. Skyhawks inbound it. Brown over to Colin Williamson. Williamson back to Brown. Williamson has it at the top of the key over to Owen Atkins. And he'll bounce the ball, try to make something, find a hole. He'll get it out to Cole Elkins. Elkins goes from left to right around the arc. Stops, sends it back out to Owen Atkins. Owen Atkins' long jumper, it's short, and it will come up short of the basket, out of bounds. It'll be Husky basketball. Scott putting on a full court pressure. It will be Dane Hatfield inbounding for Hoover. Inbounds to Brown. Brown back to Hatfield. Hatfield looking for some help. And it is stolen by Owen Atkins off the glass. 2 points for Owen Atkins. He has 5. And Scott pulls within 2. Full court pressure being applied by Scott. Once again, Hatfield brings the ball down the floor. And a reach-in foul on Scott. It looks like it's going to be Colin Williamson with the foul for Scott. That'll be his first. Hoover inbounds. Off the glass, it will not go. Scott comes with the rebound. Jeremiah Brown bringing the ball down the floor. They Hail Mary it down to Colin Williamson off the rim a couple times. Brown with the rebound puts it up. It will not go, and it will bounce out of the hands of Hatfield into the floor, and Scott will come back with the basketball. Cole Elkins will inbound for the Skyhawks. Into the back, Owen Atkins over to Walls, back around to Cole Elkins. Williamson has it at the top of the key. He spins, he turns off the glass. It will not go, and it will be Hoover basketball. Off the rim is Johnson. Here come the Huskies. Over to the left corner, long shot. It will go for a 3, and that is number 2, Jalen Sims. He has 2 threes in the corner. Now, right back at him was number 10 for Scott, Tyler Walls. He has 2 threes. So it's a 15-13 Herbert Hoover lead with 1:55 to go in the first quarter. Ball goes out of bounds off the Skyhawks. Hoover will inbound in front of the Scott cheering section. Inbounds to the backcourt to Brown. Brown across the half-court mark over to Sims. Sims looking back out. It is almost stolen by Brown. Knocks out of bounds, and the Huskies will inbound here at the main entrance of the Hawks Nest. Sims will inbound to Brown. Brown across midcourt. He'll come to the right side. He'll turn across the center. Now it'll be into the hands of Sims. Sims back to Hatfield out at the top of the key. He'll drive it in, and Hatfield drops his shoulder, and he will be charged with a charge. He just dropped his shoulder and put a football move on. Here it is you saw it there on the Thornhill auto replay on Video Productions. Peanut Brown has the ball. Top of the key, comes left for Scott. Sends it inside, a whistle on the floor. And the ball will go out of bounds. It will be Husky basketball. Inbounding for the Huskies will be Wes Miller. Miller into Brown. They fire one down court to number 2. Back out to Hatfield between the arcs. He'll drive it into the three-point arc. Takes it back out. Sends it to the right side of the floor. Back to Hatfield. He'll take it in. He'll try to make something happen. And he is fouled on the shot. It will be Cole Elkins on the foul. Be his first personal. And the first shot up for Dane Hatfield will not go. Remember, you don't get a 1-and-1 now. You get a 2-point shot. Second shot is good. Hatfield has 6 points in the ball game. Scott now brings the ball down the floor. 1:05 to go in the first quarter. Huskies up by 3. Peanut Brown over to Owen Adkins. Back over to Brown. Owen Adkins bounces on the floor. Top of the key. Thinks about it. Looking for some help. And he'll bounce it in, and it will not get there. It's stolen by the Huskies. Here comes Herbert Hoover down the floor, bringing the ball all the way down. It is blocked by Jeremiah Bush. And over in the right corner, it's a 3-point off the back of the iron. Rebound, Huskies. 32 seconds to go in the quarter. Bringing the ball down the floor. And it will be number 24, Wilder, committing the foul against the Huskies. Number 1, Donovan Brown. He'll get 2 shots. First shot is up, and it rolls in. Bounced on the front of the rim and then off the back of the iron and falls through the net. Skyhawks making a couple substitutions. Williamson back into the lineup. Allen Lynn back into the lineup. Actually, now here's the second shot for Brown. It is up and it is good. Huskies lead 17-13, 28 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Here comes Scott, bringing the ball down the floor is Wilder. He'll get it over in the corner to Colin Williamson. Williamson back out to Wilder. Wilder over to Atkins in the left corner. Back out to Atkins, back to Walls, over to Wilder. Scott has 10 seconds. But somebody better put it up. And they get it off, and it will not go. At the end of the first quarter, the score, Herbert Hoover 18, Scott Skyhawks 13. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the second quarter after this. You're listening to Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC, Video Productions and the Skyhawk Sports Network.
Hey. Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah. These are State Farm pajamas.
No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night?
Call us 24/7.
Great, because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
The Southern Pineapple in downtown Madison is your choice for women's clothing and accessories. They have styles that fit all ages, along with local handmade jewelry. From elegant to everyday wear, the Southern Pineapple is your place to shop. Find us on Facebook, subscribe to our page, so you can see all the latest products and inventory. Come and shop at our unique boutique and be sweet.
WCAC Danville, Madison. Back to the action with the Scott Skyhawks on Z92.
1 quarter in the book, Herbert Hoover leads the Skyhawks by a score of 18-13. Here in the Hawks Nest, it will be Husky basketball that will inbound to begin the second quarter. It'll be Riley Johnson coming over and inbounding for the Huskies. In the backcourt will be Donovan Brown, Dane Hatfield, Wesley Miller, and they get the ball down quickly. Riley Johnson back out to Hatfield. Hatfield between the arcs. He'll fire off a long three off the front of the iron. It'll be Jackson McCarty rebound for Scott. Here comes Cole Elkins with the ball. He'll pump it over the corner to number 10 off the rim. It will not go for Scott. Here come the Huskies right back down the floor. Over in the far corner, number 5 takes a shot. Off the rim, it will not go. Cole Elkins rebound for Scott. Here comes Owen Atkins with the basketball to the left wing. He'll put it on the floor, back and forth. He'll drive into the paint. And he will kick it back out to Tyler Walls. Walls over to Williamson. Williamson between the circles. Back into the hands of Elkins. Elkins goes to the right corner. And Elkins will drive it into the paint. Kicks it over to Walls. Walls out to Williamson. Williamson. And a whistle. It will be, looks like number 34 on the foul. That is Logan Mills. That'll be his first personal. As Williamson goes to the charity stripe, first one is no good. Hoover leads at 18-13. Second shot is rolls in, rolls out. And coming down with the rebound is Brown for the Huskies. Scott showing some backcourt pressure. And Hoover will have to take a timeout because they double-teamed Dane Hatfield in the backcourt and showed him no mercy. And Coach Brett Rector was forced to call a timeout during the ballgame. We'll keep it here at the Hawks Nest as Herbert Hoover leads 18-13. Leading scorer for the Huskies, it will be Donovan Brown with 6, Jalen Sims with 6, and Dane Hatfield also has 6. For Scott, Tyler Walls leads with 6. Owen Atkins has 5. Cole Elkins has 2. Ball will stay with the Huskies. They'll inbound in front of the Husky cheering section. Hoover will inbound. They're in the backcourt. Miller takes it across to the left side. Into the hands of Hatfield. Hatfield back out to Brown. Brown turns, goes back the other direction now, back into Hatfield. And they tried to bounce it off the ball. Now coming up with the ball is Hoover's number 4. He'll drive it in into the paint. Wes Miller will pick up his first 2 points of the ball game. Huskies up by 7. Here comes Elkins. He'll go right wing. Back over to Walls. Back out to Owen Atkins. Atkins back to Colin Williamson at the top of the key. Williamson looks for it. Drives it into the paint. And he started the pass, thought better of it, got tripped up, walked with the ball. Turnover goes to the Huskies. Scott will show full court pressure as Hoover will inbound in the backcourt. It'll be Miller with the ball. Tries to get it over. They have nobody down the floor. They finally get it across the timeline. And it will be a little short jumper by Logan Mills. He'll have his first 2 points of the ball game. Owen Atkins over to Cole Elkins. Back to Atkins over to the far corner. Allen Lynn fires off a three. It will not go. And a push-off foul on number 4. That'll be against Wes Miller. That'll be his second. Huskies jump out to a 22-13 lead. Here comes Owen Atkins with the ball. Allen Lynn has it back out to Elkins. Back over to Tyler Walls on the far right. Colin, they get it over to Elkins in the corner, back out to Adkins. Colin Williamson has it in the left wing. He'll take it the other direction. Back out to Owen Atkins. He'll fire off a long three. Off the rim, into the hands of number 11, Blake Fisher for the Huskies. Bringing the ball down the floor is Brown. He'll come to the right side of the wing. Back around to Hatfield between the circles. Hatfield puts the ball on the floor. He'll take a long jumper. It will come up short. Colin Williamson with the rebound. He'll get the ball down to Owen Atkins. He'll put it off the glass for 2. Be his first points of the second quarter. 22-15. And number 34 has an easy 2 points for Logan Mills for Hoover. 24-15. They lead it by 9. Owen Atkins into the hands of Colin Williamson. Williamson back to Lynn. Lynn goes right on the right side of the arc. They'll bring it back. Back over to the corner. Owen Atkins will take it. Puts it to Atkins outside the arc. Colin Williamson will fire off the long one off the back of the iron into the hands of the Huskies. Dane Hatfield has it back out near midcourt. And he'll fire it in to number 4. And it's stripped by Colin Williamson. And he'll get the bend to the hands of Tyler Walls to Williamson. Back out to midcourt. Atkins over to the right side of the arc. To number 33 now, Owen Atkins. Back to Cole Elkins. Elkins top of the key. He'll fire off a long 2. It'll go. That's his second basket of the ball game. 24-17, Hoover. Oh, my goodness. Number 11 dropped the shoulder. Blake Fisher. And then they're going to get Cole Elkins on the foul. That'll be his second. Brown in the backcourt, brings it all the way around in the paint, off the glass. He will make it count for 2. His third basket of the ball game. Hoover jumps out to a 26-17 lead. Peanut Brown in the backcourt, and he is stripped of the ball. Here comes Hoover's number 2 down the floor, and that will be a quick basket for Jalen Sims. In the backcourt, it will be Wilder. And they're going to call Wilder on the foul. He was fouled when the ball was stripped, but then the official didn't catch that. But they're going to call a foul on Wilder. His second personal of the ball game. Hoover inbounds at midcourt. Brown brings it over. Long 2. A long 3. And a shove off under the basket. And that'll go against Dane Hatfield. That'll be his second personal. Skyhawks bring the ball down the floor. They trail 28-17, 2:25 to go in the half. And an easy 2 points by Owen Atkins. He now has 9 points in the ball game. Huskies bring the ball down the floor quickly, trying to set something up. And into the hands of number 4, Wes Miller, and he'll have an easy 2 on a floater. Here comes Scott back down the floor. Wilder with the ball. Brown over the left side to Adkins. Adkins back to Peanut Brown. And an intentional foul there by number 13. That'll be foul number 3 on Dane Hatfield. And Hatfield will go to the bench. Huskies lead at 30-19. It'll be Scott Skyhawk basketball. Wilder will inbound to Adkins in the backcourt. Adkins comes across the timeline. They'll put it on the floor. Adkins still with the ball. Over to Williamson. Williamson comes back to the left side. He'll drive it in, brings it back out. And they're going to call a 5-second violation on Williamson. Turnover goes to the Huskies. Huskies will inbound in front of the Husky cheer section. Wes Miller with the ball. Back over to Brown in the backcourt. They'll send it down the ball down to number 11 in the far corner. Huskies get it back out between the arcs to Brown, trying to reset. Taking a shot, it is nothing but net. And Peanut Brown, Johnson on the shot. Peanut Brown fouled him on the shot. It'll be his first personal, and he'll hit the free throw for the bonus. Scott trails 33-19. Here come the Skyhawks. Adkins over to Brown, back to Adkins. Adkins puts the ball on the floor into Isaiah Bush. Bush comes around the top of the key. He'll turn and come back left. He'll put it in the hands of Adkins. Adkins, ball on the floor, takes it around the arc. A little short jumper. It rolls off the Peanut Brown, gets the rebound. He'll put it up, and the basket will count. And the foul will be on number 11, Fisher. Brown's shot is good. He'll get the free throw in the form of a bonus. 33-21. Skyhawks trail. Shot up, and they're saying shot is no good. Ball over to Hoover. .40 seconds on the clock. Here come the Huskies with the ball. Brown has it. Goes to the right wing. Three-point shot, and it is nothing but net for number 5, Riley Johnson. Well, he charged him. I mean, everybody's fussing at Owen Atkins, but he charged at him. I'd have held my arm up too. Tyler Walls with it now. Isaiah Bush. Less than 10 seconds on the clock. 7. And a long half-court shot taken by Logan Mills. It will not go, and we are at the half. as Herbert Hoover leads this game 36-21 in a game that has gotten a little chippy here at times between the Huskies and the Skyhawks. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more Scott Skyhawk basketball here on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
Miller Brothers Pharmacy, we are dedicated to providing outstanding personalized customer service at an affordable price. We are your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and medical needs. Our staff has over 90 years of experience, so you can count on fast, personal attention. Our pharmacy is proud to offer delivery service for your convenience with free delivery for patients within Madison and Danville city limits. Contact a member of our team about delivery today.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
The Tint Guy has big news. The newest location is now open in Barbersville. Voted best in the Valley since 2020. Getting your windows tinted is now twice as easy. Go to the best, The Tint Guy.
Hey, Tint Guy here. Come see us at our new location in Barbersville.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
And the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Back at the Hawks Nest, where the Skyhawks have gotten themselves into a fiery little matchup here with the Herbert Hoover Huskies. Huskies lead it here at the half by a score of 36-21. Taking a look at some scoring for the Huskies. Leading the scoring for them, Donovan Brown and Jalen Sims both have 8. Wesley Miller has 6. Dane Hetfield also has 6. Aiden Harrison with 4. Wesley Miller also with 4. For the Skyhawks, the leading scorer is Owen Atkins. He has 3 deuces and a tray. Also with some scoring for Scott, Tyler Walls has 2 threes. Cole Elkins with a couple buckets. And Jeremiah Brown has a bucket. Score at the half, 36-21. We'll step aside and take another break. We'll be back with more Scott Skyhawk basketball on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff, we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
The Southern Pineapple in downtown Madison is your choice for women's clothing and accessories. They have styles that fit all ages, along with local handmade jewelry. From elegant to everyday wear, the Southern Pineapple is your place to shop. Find us on Facebook, subscribe to our page, so you can see all the latest products and inventory. Come and shop at our unique boutique and be sweet.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Hey.
Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas.
No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night?
Call us 24/7.
Great. Because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
You're listening to the Scott Skyhawks on Z92 and the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Back at the Hawks Nest where the Skyhawks trail the Herbert Hoover Huskies 36-21. Scott come out, seemed like pretty hot, but it was the Huskies that come out even hotter. The Huskies scored, they had Scott 18-13 at the end of the first quarter, scored another 18 points compared to Scott's 8 in the second quarter, and they lead it here at the half by a score of 36-21. In the game on Saturday, Scott came out early against the Lincoln Cougars, but then the Cougars found a way to get back in the ballgame, especially in the second half, third quarter especially, because Scott scored 23 in the first quarter, 18 in the second, led it 41-26 at the half, but in the third quarter only scored 5 points and 13 points in the final quarter, compared to Cougars, 12 points in the third quarter and 15 in the fourth quarter, which ended up with a Scott victory, 59-53. Leading scorer for the Cougars was David Burdett. Scoring 10 each was Braden Edgell and Maddox Perrine. With 6 points, Nate Swiger and Braden Edgell. And with 5 points was Wyatt Finch. For the Skyhawks in the ballgame, Tyler Walls had a big game. He scored 20. Owen Atkins had 17 from the floor. Cole Elkins and Colin Williamson both had 7 each. Alan Lynn picked up 6, and Jax McCarty picked up a bucket. And like I said, Scott picked up the victory there. But Scott having a little bit of trouble tonight. The Lady Skyhawks are off to a good start. They are 3-1. They are on the road tonight at Point Pleasant. They'll be on the road for the next 2 games as well. On Friday the 15th, they will be at Wayne, and then next Monday they will be on the island in Logan. They'll take on the Logan Wildcats. Their next home stand will be 2 days before Christmas on December the 22nd. They'll be hosting the Nitro Wildcats. And for Scott, after tonight's game, they will not be back in the Hawks Nest until January 12th. So they get almost a full month. They will not have any home games. They'll be on the road at Wayne, and they'll play in a Christmas tournament the 21st and 22nd at Robert C. Byrd up in Clarksburg. On the 28th, and they'll get a little break here for Christmas. And the 28th, they will be at Sissonville, Winfield, Lincoln County, and they'll finish out the road trip with Chapmanville Regional Tigers on January the 10th, and they'll be back in the Hawks Nest on January 12th. We'll take our final 2-minute break. We'll be back with the second half after this. You're listening to Black and Gold Football, or basketball on WZAC, the Skyhawks Sports Network, and Video Productions.
At Hanley Funeral Home, we offer unique opportunities for families to create healing moments after loss. With over 55 years of experience serving the Boone, Logan, and Lincoln communities, our staff will help you discover ways to pay tribute, whether that be at a burial service at one of our cemeteries or a personalized lasting memorial. Visit us at www.handleyfh.com or call 304-369-0718. The Handley family of business thanks you for your support.
At Boone Memorial Health, we're proving that a rural health system can provide advanced care. As a pediatrician, I'm dedicated to supporting the healthy growth of children throughout the community. From preventative care to treatment when they're sick, I'm here to meet a child's medical needs, from the time they're born through their teen years. It's because we care about Southern West Virginia, and it's because we know that your child is your everything. Boone Memorial Health, we're bringing specialty care home.
With your Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
Make the short drive to Danville and come see us, where the Make the Summer sales event is in full swing at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got savings on all models, including up to $14,000 below MSRP on the 2023 Ram Limiteds and 15% off MSRP on the 2023 Jeep Compasses. And the new 2024 Wranglers are awesome and arriving daily. So come see us for the Make the Summer sales event at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 119 in Danville.
The Skyhawks trail Herbert Hoover by a score of 36-21 here at the half. And Scott will inbound to get the second half underway. Alan Lynn will inbound for the Skyhawks. Lynn will send it into Elkins in the backcourt. Elkins puts the ball on the floor, goes across the timeline in the middle, goes to the left side of the floor. Bounces it in, and they lose the ball to Owen Atkins. Huskies come up with the ball. It'll be number 2. He'll get it over to 4, over to 5 in the corner. He'll take a little floater off the rim. It will not go, and it will be Colin Williamson with the rebound. Down the floor to Adkins. Adkins takes it in through the paint, brings it back out to reset. Cole Elkins takes the ball into the paint, back over across the way to, gets it out to Tyler Walls. Walls outside the arc. Elkins takes it into the free throw line over to Colin Williamson. It'll be Elkins back to Williamson on the right side of the arc. Williamson will take it to the rim. It will not go. Rebound Huskies. Bringing the ball down the floor is Riley Johnson. Hand off to Sims. Sims into Hatfield inside the paint. Number 1 with the ball. He'll take it down. A jumper, and it'll go for 2. Donovan Brown with the 2 points. 38-21. Alan Lynn with the ball. He'll drive it in the paint. Back out to Tyler Walls. Over to the left side to Cole Elkins. Elkins has it on the floor. He tries to take it in. Little jumper there off the rim twice. It will not go. Rebound Huskies. Here comes Herbert Hoover with the ball down the right side of the floor. A long 3, and it will not go. And it will be Tyler Walls with the rebound. Here comes Scott. Cole Elkins has it over to the near side to Williamson off the glass, and he'll pick up 2. 10 points in the ball game for Colin Williamson. Or correction, that's 2 points in the ball game. Number 1 with the ball for Hoover. And the shot will not go for the Huskies. Scott Allen Lynn comes up the rebound. Here comes Cole Elkins. Elkins to Owen Atkins. Over to Williamson. Williamson in the right wing. He'll drive it into the paint. He'll put it up on the board. It will not go, and he is fouled on the shot. Number 2, Sims. That'll be his first foul of the ball game. And going to the line will be Colin Williamson. First shot up for Williamson. It will go. He has 3 points here in the third quarter. 24-38. Second shot up, and it's good. Scott now showing full court pressure on Herbert Hoover. Had the ball in the backcourt. Hatfield has the ball inside the free throw line on their end of the floor. They'll get it across the timeline. Number 1, Brown has it. Top of the key. Fires over to 5. He'll fire off the long 3. Off the back of the iron. And Colin Williamson comes down with the rebound for Scott. He'll bring the ball down the floor. He'll stop and foul on the floor. And I believe that is number 2 with the foul. That's Sims. That's back-to-back fouls on him. Scott inbounds under their own basket. And the shot will not go for Scott. Hatfield has it for the Huskies. And his little shot will not go. Totally misses the rim. And the ball will go out of bounds off of Skyhawk. It will be Husky basketball. Over in the far corner, long shot off the front of the iron. Rebound, Colin Williamson. Here come the Skyhawks. Elkins with the ball. Brings it over to the right side wing. And back to Elkins. He'll fire off a three off the back of the iron. And it will be Scott basketball. Tipped out of bounds by Herbert Hoover on the shot. 38-25. Herbert Hoover leads the Skyhawks. 4:47 to go in the third quarter. Scott will inbound it. In the backcourt, Colin Williamson. He'll take it down to the free throw line. He'll go one-on-one. Sends it back out to Owen Atkins. Atkins loses the handle on the ball. Sends it back out to Williamson between the circles. Puts it in the paint. Sends it back out to Atkins. Atkins will bring out between the circles. Cole Elkins drives it in. Colin Williamson now has it at the free throw line inside the paint. And they're going to call Williamson with a charge. Didn't see that one. That'll be his second foul. Pressure being applied by Scott once again. 38-25, 4:21 to go in the third. Huskies will inbound. Bringing the ball across the timeline. Back out to Hatfield near midcourt. Hatfield sends it over to Miller. Miller around to Brown. Brown takes it in. It's knocked away. Scott comes up the basketball. Here comes Cole Elkins. And Isaiah Bush did an outstanding job saving that one from going out of bounds. He threw it in the backcourt. Owen Atkins come up with it. Peanut Brown hands it off to Elkins. Elkins with the ball on the floor. Elkins has Owen Atkins rather. And a little hook shot will not go. He misses everything. Rebound, Dane Hatfield. Hatfield over the right wing. Tries to set something up. They'll send it around the horn to Brown. It is knocked away. And they're saying Herbert Hoover went over and back. Scott got by with a foul on that one. So the turnover goes to Scott. And you can hear the Husky fans do not like that call. Atkins with the ball. Oh, and he puts it right in the hands of Herbert Hoover's number one. He takes it the length of the floor for a basket. Here comes Owen Atkins with the ball. And he'll take it down and put a quick two up for Scott. 40-27, Husky basketball. Brown brings the ball. He'll send it across the floor. And it is Sims with a three. Scott quickly brings the ball back down the floor. Peanut Brown over to Atkins. Back over to Brown in the hands of Atkins. Before he could get his feet planted, they call a traveling charge on Owen Atkins. Turnover to Herbert Hoover. Huskies inbound in the backcourt. Donovan Brown brings it, sends the ball down in the far corner. And he traveled with the ball, got by with one, no call. Back out to Brown. He'll take it out near midcourt on the far side of the floor. He'll drive it in, hand off. Hatfield has it at the top of the key. And Hatfield loses the ball, and they're saying it's Scott Skyhawk basketball. 43-27, 2:10 to go in the third. Elkins brings the ball down the right side. Over in the far corner, Tyler Walls wide open off the rim, and a foul. And that will go against Donovan Brown. I'm showing that as his first personal. I didn't hear what the official said. Something 34. He called a foul on 34. I think he called a technical. That'll be Miles' second shot. And Tyler Walls on the floor. First shot is good. Second shot is good. Third shot is good. Now the technical, he'll get 2 more shots, and he's 3 for 3 here. And it's good. Can he make it? 5 for 5. Pressure is on Tyler Walls. All alone on the court. Shot is up. He'll make it 5 for 5. Wow, what pressure, and he comes through in the clutch. Skyhawks pull within 9. And Scott will get the ball inbounds. And I can imagine things are going to get a little chippier here on the floor. Here comes Cole Elkins with the ball. Into Tyler Walls. And a foul against Herbert Hoover, number 34, once again. That is Miles. That's his third personal. And once again, Tyler Walls at the free throw line. He'll miss this one. And he'll make the second one. 6 for 7 from the free throw line here in the third quarter. Scott putting pressure on in the backcourt. Hatfield has it between the circles. He'll bring it back out to the near midcourt. Brown has the ball for Herbert Hoover into Hatfield. Hatfield back out to Mills. Back to Brown. He'll fire off a long 3. It will not go. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's Scott Skyhawk basketball. 10-point game, 43-33, 1:28 to go here in the third. Here comes Cole Elkins, brings it across midcourt on the right side of the floor. Right wing goes to the top of the key, sends it over to Owen Atkins. Atkins comes out between the circles to Walls. Walls, one-hander to Colin Williamson. Over to Cole Elkins. And they're calling a floor foul against number 34 once again. That's his fourth personal. Here's the Miller Brothers instant replay. You can see he just held him out on the floor, held Owen Atkins. Atkins' first shot is no good. Second shot, no good. Huskies with the ball. Dane Hatfield tries to make something happen. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. Goes around the horn for the Huskies. Mills has it. Throws to the left. They'll get it into 34. He'll hook it for 2 more. Yeah, 6 points in the ball game. Cole Elkins with the ball. Back out to Atkins between the circles. In the middle of the floor. Back and forth. Atkins still has it. And they're going to call a floor foul on number 4, Wes Miller. That's his third. So he has 3. Dane Hatfield has 3. Logan Mills has 4. So the Huskies starting to get into some foul trouble with 26.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. At the free throw line is Jeremiah Brown. He'll shoot 2. First shot is no good off the front of the rim. He'll get one more. Brown has one more. And it will not go. Rebound. Huskies. Here comes Hatfield with the ball down the floor. Top of the key, goes right. And he'll throw it across the floor. Back around the horn. A long three-point shot. And it goes for number 1, Donovan Brown. 48-33 is the score. Adkins, long three from the corner. It will be Colin Adkins. Gets it and throws it back up. He feels like he was fouled. No whistle. We're at the end of the third quarter with the Scott Skyhawks trailing the Herbert Hoover Huskies by a score of 48-33. We'll be back in a minute with the fourth quarter action of Scott Skyhawk basketball on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
The short drive to Danville and come see us where the Make the Summer sales event is in full swing at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got savings on all models, including up to $14,000 below MSRP on the 2023 Ram Limiteds and 15% off MSRP on the 2023 Jeep Compasses. And the new 2024 Wranglers are awesome and arriving daily. So come see us for the Make the Summer sales event at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 119 in Danville.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Back to the action with the Scott Skyhawks on Z92.
3 quarters in the book. The Huskies lead the Skyhawks by a score of 48-33 in a match we've seen a little chippy here on the floor between these two Cardinal Conference opponents. It will be Husky basketball to get the fourth quarter underway. It will be Donovan Brown inbounding for the Huskies. 8 minutes on the clock. Into the backcourt to Brown. Brown goes to the right side of the floor. He'll bring it back over to Johnson. Back out to Brown. Over to the left side of the floor. Sims has it. Tries to get it in. They'll send it back out over to the far corner. And Dane Hatfield will fire off a long three, and it'll go. Scott quickly gets the ball back down the floor. Elkins has it along. And the rebound was taken by Donovan Brown. He fell and hit the floor. His feet traveled, and they call traveling, and it will be Scott basketball under their own rim. Elkins will inbound it. Adkins has it over to the right side to Williamson. Adkins has the ball on the floor over to Tyler Walls. Walls stops, puts it back out to Elkins. Colin Williamson, the three-pointer from the top of the key. (51-36) Huskies. And an easy layup for number 1, Donovan Brown. Scott quickly gets the ball back down the floor. Williamson, a long shot, overshoots the rim. Rebound by Johnson. Here come the Huskies. Brown brings it down the floor. Out near the top of the key, or actually near half court, is Dane Hatfield with the ball trying to set something up for the Huskies. He'll take it, and it will be off the glass for 2. Hatfield has 5 points here in the fourth quarter already. Skyhawks back and forth in the backcourt. Now Jax McCarty gets it. He'll take one off the glass. It will not go. Huskies come up with the ball. Here comes Brown with it down to the left corner. Tries to drive it into the paint. Ball floating around. It will be a jump ball, and the official on the far side of the floor says that he called a timeout, and the Huskies will take a timeout on the call. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Scoring here in the fourth quarter, Dane Hatfield has 5, Donovan Brown 2. Scott with Colin Williamson's three-pointer from the top of the key is all the scoring we've had so far. Herbert Hoover leads 55-36. Next game up for the Skyhawks will be the 15th on the road at Wayne. And the officials are signaling for both teams to get back on the floor. Scott and the Huskies. Huskies now make their way out. Huskies windbound under their own basket. Over in the corner. And they finally get it back outside to Hatfield, back out near midcourt. He'll try to drive it in. And a whistle on the floor. It will be a push foul on Isaiah Bush, his first personal in the ball game. Huskies inbound, and Colin Elkins stole it, but he stepped on the baseline, and that'll give the ball right back to the Huskies. Long shot by number 5. It is pulled down, the rebound by Bush. He'll take it the full length of the floor. Long shot from the corner off the front of the rim, and it will be Dane Hatfield coming up with the rebound. They'll get it over to number 2 all the way down the floor, and a block shot by Jax McCarty, and they're going to get him on a foul. That'll be McCarty's first personal. And it will be Riley Johnson going to the free throw line for the second time tonight. And he'll make the first one. 20-point game, 56-36. Herbert Hoover on top. Jeremiah Brown, Colin Williamson checking back into the lineup. They will give Isaiah Bush and Jax McCarty a breather. Second shot up from the free throw line is good. Makes them both. Scott quickly gets the ball down the floor. Elkins throws the ball over to Elkins, or actually DeWall's out to Atkins, out near between the circles. Now Atkins brings the ball around. Over to Colin Williamson, back out to Owen Atkins. He'll hit a three from the corner. And Scott will call a timeout. So the three-pointer. And it will be, not sure. They have not put the time on the clock. 30-second. We'll keep it here. Come on, Robbie. Wake up. Robbie Mounts, our video productions engineer tonight here in the Hawks Nest. As we mentioned, Scott will be on the road for the next month after tonight. And they'll be playing Friday night at Wayne. Then the 21st, the following Thursday, they will play the 21st and 22nd at Robert C. Byrd. They'll get a little breather. And then it'll be on the road to Sissonville, Winfield, Lincoln County, and Chapmanville. 57-39, 5:06 to go in the game. Hoover's ball. They'll inbound it down the floor. They come over to the right side. Back out Outside to Brown. Brown bounces it in to Miller. Miller takes the ball through the paint, back outside. Now they'll get it down to the left side. Back out to near midcourt. Back into Sims. Sims will take it around back to Miller. Miller down in the corner. They get it into number 1. He'll drive it in the paint, drive it back out. They're just burning clock. Into Hatfield. Hatfield takes it, drives off the glass, and he'll make 2. Hatfield with 7 points here in the 4th. Scott has it on their end of the floor. Elkins has it in the far corner. Back out to Williamson at the left wing. Puts it on the floor, back to Elkins. Elkins takes it, and he'll make 2. That'll be 6 points in the game for Elkins. Full court pressure being applied by the Skyhawks. Here comes Hatfield. And the shot is blocked, and they'll get a foul on, he said, number 2. We don't even have a number 2 on the floor. Anyway, Hatfield will go to the free throw line, and he'll miss the first one. So I believe the foul was on Scott's Jeremiah Brown. That'll be his second. And he'll miss the second one as well. Scott brings the ball down, or he made the second one. Owen Adkins, three-point shot off the back of the iron. Hatfield comes up with the rebound. And here come the Huskies down the floor. They finally get it across midcourt. And a tie-up forced by Tyler Walls, and the possession arrow in favor of the Skyhawks. Skyhawks bring the ball down the floor. Walls on the far side, back over to Elkins. Inside two, and it's deflected, and the Huskies come up with the ball. Still in the backcourt, here comes the Huskies. Sims brings it down the left side. Now they'll send it over to Hatfield in the right wing. 2:59 to go in the game. Hatfield out toward midcourt. And they call a foul on Colin Williams, and they've knocked us all over the floor tonight. So Williamson will pick up his third personal. Couple substitutions for Scott. Huskies have it. And that should have been a foul. Number 5. Riley Johnson charged with the foul. Scott sending Owen Adkins down the floor. Cole Elkins. 60-41. Hoover leads it. Elkins, they get it to Walls down the corner, back out to Adkins, over to Cole Elkins in the far side of the floor. We have an injured player on the floor, and my goodness, let's just get out the boxing glove. Hoover steals the ball over to number 5. (62-41). Tyler Wall sends it over to Owen Adkins, long three, and it'll go. He has now 2 threes and a timeout on the floor. A full timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 2:09 to go in the ball game. Hoover leads Scott 62-44.
Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
To the action with the Scott Skyhawks on Z92.
2:09 to go in the ball game. Herbert Hoover leads Scott 62-44. Hoover basketball. They'll inbound it, go the full length of the floor. Scott showing some pressure in the backcourt. Here comes Hatfield with the ball. And they're going to double team him in the backfield. And he'll finally take it across. And Scott steals it on the loose ball. Cole Elkins comes to the right wing. Tyler Walls fires off a three. It'll go. Finally. And it'll be an easy basket for Wesley Miller as no Scott players around him, 64-47. And now they're going to get Cole Elkins with a charge. That'll be foul number 3. And it will be Hoover basketball. Scott showing pressure in the backcourt. And the official Hall calls a timeout for a minute. And he'll go over and talk to the scorers. Now they'll come back. Dane Hatfield will inbound it for the Huskies. Pressure in the backcourt. He'll throw it into Sims. Sims back to Hatfield. Hatfield across the timeline. Over to Johnson around the corner. Back to Johnson. And Isaiah Bush will foul in the backcourt. That'll be his second personal. And that will send Dane Hatfield to the free throw line. First shot up off the back of the iron. It will not go. Colin Williamson checks into the lineup. He'll give Isaiah Bush a breather. Hatfield's second shot is good. 64-47. Scott with the ball. Elkins to Adkins. Adkins drives it in. A little jumper off the back of the iron will not go. Hatfield rebound. Here come the Huskies are in some trouble. And they finally block it twice. Hatfield comes back up with it. And they are going to get Tyler Walls with the foul in the backcourt. (65-47), 53 seconds to go here in the ball game. And Donovan Brown at the free throw line for Herbert Hoover. And the first one is no good. It bounces inside the rim, pops out. Second shot is up, and it will go. Scott across midcourt. Elkins to Adkins. Over to Lynn. To Walls. Walls over to Colin Williamson. Fires off a long three. It will not go. And a push foul on number 4. Wesley Miller. That'll be, I'm showing his fourth personal. 40 seconds to go in the game. Hoover inbounds it. Down the backcourt. They'll shoot it down the floor. And number 5, wide open under the basket. Riley Johnson, he'll pick up a quick 2. Scott with the ball. They lose the handle. Adkins goes back and gets it, puts it on the floor. Cole Elkins with the 3 from the backcourt. 5 points for him here in the fourth quarter. And that will end the ball game. Final score, Herbert Hoover, 68. Scott Skyhawks, 50. An 18-point win by the Herbert Hoover Huskies. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with the scoring recap, and we'll wrap up our coverage tonight from the Hawks Nest. Final score, Herbert Hoover, 68. Scott, 50. You're listening to Black and Gold Basketball on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
The Southern Pineapple in downtown Madison is your choice for women's clothing and accessories. They have styles that fit all ages, along with local handmade jewelry. From elegant to everyday wear, the Southern Pineapple is your place to shop. Find us on Facebook, subscribe to our page, so you can see all the latest products and inventory. Come and shop at our unique boutique and be sweet.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Hey, Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas.
No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night?
Call us 24/7.
Great. Because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Back at the Hawks Nest, where tonight the Herbert Hoover Huskies come in and knock off the Skyhawks by a score of 68-50. Let's take a look at some scoring tonight for the Huskies. Leading scorer was Donovan Brown with 18. Dane Hatfield pick up 16. Riley Johnson had 12. Jalen Sims had 11 for the Huskies. And Logan Mills and Wesley Miller had 6 each. For the Skyhawks, the leading scorer tonight was Owen Adkins with 17. Tyler Walls had 15. Cole Elkins with 9. Colin Williamson with 7. And Jeremiah Brown with 2. Scott will be on the road the 15th at Wayne. They'll get a little breather, play a little tournament before Christmas at Robert C. Byrd. Then they'll be on the road at Sissonville, Winfield, Lincoln, and Chapmanville. And the Lady Hawks on the road tonight at Point Pleasant. Then they'll have away games at Wayne and Logan. We'll be back on the air possibly on December the 22nd as they will host Nitro. Then they'll be off there'll be about a 2-week span there. We won't have any games here at the Hawks Nest as the Lady Hawks and the Skyhawks will be on the road. That's pretty much going to wrap up our coverage tonight. Thanks to Video Productions, Cade Burgess on camera, Robbie Mounts, the engineer. Bubby Brown was our engineer at the station. Like I said, once again tonight, final score, Herbert Hoover 68, Scott 50. That'll wrap up our coverage tonight of black and gold basketball. If I don't see you, everyone have a very Merry Christmas. Good night from the Hawks Nest.